Hello, this is Tiara here with Showing My Roots. Just a little update. I haven't talked to you guys in a while. I've been like extremely sick. Last time I talked to you, I think I updated you that I had diabetes, and the doctor was putting me on metformin, 1,000 milligrams twice a day. And I was supposed to go see a nutritionist and take a diabetes class. So since then, I was also juicing, juicing. That's it, juicing. So anyhow, what happened is I took my kids to a physical, go to the physical, sitting in there with my youngest son, and I'd been feeling sick for the last couple of days. But you know, as a mom, you try to pull it together, take the kids, do what you have to do. My husband has to work, so we have to take the kids to the doctor when they have a physical, especially when you've been waiting for this appointment for 2 months. So in there with my youngest son, really, really weak, stomach is hurting. Had to leave out of the middle of the physical with my son being left in the room with a doctor by himself, which I never ever do. Try to go to the bathroom, put some water on my face, try to drink some water. Wasn't helping. Physical was completed. Me and my son sit outside in the waiting room while my oldest son is having his physical, and just got completely sick. My stomach was hurting. Felt like somebody was stabbing the bottom of my stomach, and then I was just nauseous. So a few minutes later, here comes throw up all out my nose, all out my mouth, everywhere, all over the waiting room floor. Luckily, I was sitting in the sick child section because my son had woke up with a fever. So throw up. I mean, just gross. Doctors were coming. Apparently, they paid someone, sick woman, whatever, and throwing up all over the waiting room. Doctors, nurses, wheelchair. I'm like, oh my gosh. Did you really just do all this? Meanwhile, I had throw up coming all out of my nose. So, anyhow, not good. They ask you, what kind of medications are you on? And it's like, are you kidding? I'm supposed to remember all this. So it's like, I'm on Lovenox for blood clot, going down the list. As soon as they hear that, everything is like, oh, take her to the back. So they run me to the back. They're taking my blood, checking everything that they can possibly think of to check. And they said, what did you have to eat this morning? It's like, because I already know they're going to try to blame it on the juicing. So I'm like, I don't really want to go here with these people. But what are you going to say when you already feel like crap? You tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So I'm like, well, this morning I actually had an apple, 3 carrots. Actually, it was a red apple, a green apple, 3 carrots, a cucumber, and a half of a lime. Juiced. So I kind of threw the juice in there at the last minute, and it's like, okay, you need to stop juicing, blah, 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 blah. Do you feel any better? They gave me some medicine to put under my tongue to stop the nausea, and it works. Anyway, go home. Of course, my doctor calls me that night, and she's like, I think the milligrams are too strong for your stomach. I'm going to take you from 1,000 to 500 milligrams. So that's what she did, and stopped juicing, of course. Which is sad because on that day, I had already lost 11 pounds. Then I didn't actually stop that night. I stopped the next day, and I was already down to 13 pounds lost. But I went ahead, stopped the juicing, but I was also having these cravings, and I kept telling my husband, hey, something's wrong. I'm having some serious cravings for meat. As you guys know, I'm vegetarian, so I haven't had meat in 3 years, but I was craving meat, real meat. There was no denying what was going on. My woman time came, and I couldn't even stand up. So I had started juicing like 2 full bunches of spinach inside of my drinks. I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe it's my iron, let me just juice this, because I normally don't crave meat. I didn't like meat before I went vegetarian. Didn't like the smell, didn't like the texture, didn't like the taste, didn't like the whole idea of eating meat. Which I don't think there's anything wrong with eating meat. I think we're supposed to. I just don't think we're supposed to abuse it. I don't think we're supposed to eat it in large quantities. I don't think we're supposed to kill and just because we want to have a whole bunch of meat, or we only want the white meat, or whatever our little thing is with us eating this meat. And I believe that the animals should be treated better. I don't think that we should be eating all these meats that have all these chemicals and antibiotics in order to try to kill the bacteria and things. Just let the dang on animals go outside, let them eat, let them be healthy, let them do what they're supposed to do, and then these people won't have all these issues. I believe these people won't have all these issues that we have now because of the food that we eat. But that's a side note. We're not talking about that today. We're talking about me and my issues. So anyway, she discontinues the 1,000 milligrams of metformin, reduces it to 500 milligrams. So do that, doesn't help. 2 days go by. I mean, and it was bad. I couldn't drive my car, couldn't really do anything. So couldn't even stand up in my own house. You guys know I'm always gone. And I was in the house for literally 5-6 days straight. So in pain, dizzy, the whole nine. Talking to my girlfriend Montanette on the phone, and I had decided I was going to go to Trader Joe's by myself after I thought I was feeling somewhat better. Talking to her on the phone was like, oh my gosh, my stomach hurts. Oh my gosh, my stomach hurts. And I kind of tried to laugh it off, and then before I know it, I'm screaming, oh, my stomach hurts. Oh. She's like, girl, get off the phone with me and go to the doctor. Or call him at least. And it's like, no, I don't want to go to the doctor because then they're going to try to take me off the metformin. I need the metformin because it's going to help with the diabetes, and my other doctor was going to give it to me anyway for polycystic ovarian syndrome. So it's like I need it for the PCOS, and to me it's like two birds, one stone. I didn't want to tell him, hey, I'm in pain again. You know, maybe my body just needs to adjust and learn to accept it, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, get to Trader Joe's. There's no denying I have to get some help. So I'm sitting there, I'm screaming, tears are pouring down my face. I roll the windows up so people don't think I'm crazy. Call my husband, he comes to get me. Kaiser has stepped their game up. So they got us into the doctor that day or the next day or something. I don't know. It was kind of fuzzy at that point. But anyway, get us to the doctor right away. The doctor gives me, I think it's a lidocaine cocktail. You drink it. And she said that my internal tract was inflamed due to the throwing up, the diarrhea, all the issues with the metformin being too high. So I'm literally ODing on metformin. So she gives me this. It numbs it instantly. I feel better. Normally I'm like, well, what's in it? You know, what are the side effects? I have to look it up because normally that little bitty percentage of that they write in small print, this will happen to you, is usually me. Same thing with the birth control that I had years and years ago. Now I can't even possibly take it because I'm on Lovenox anyway, and they don't give it to you after you have a blood clot. But not that that's an issue, because once you have PCOS, those things kind of are not an issue anymore. But what happened? I just drank it. I didn't ask her what was in it. I didn't ask her anything. I was desperate. She said, drink it. I said, okay. Felt better. Went home, or didn't go home yet. She told me to discontinue metformin completely until my stomach healed. So I did that. Next day, great. I went to the store. It's like, oh my gosh, they let me outside. I'm gone. So I went running around town, getting everything done that I needed to do by myself too. I went to, I even went to Marshall's and just like walked up and down every single aisle like, I'm free at last. Oh, I'm free. But anyhow, went shopping and I just felt better. So that's pretty much where I am now. I went to see the nutritionist yesterday. She gave me a whole meal plan. And I'm excited. I'm excited to kind of, a lot of the stuff I already knew, but it's more of knowing the exact portions that you should be eating, resetting the whole mindset and doing all that stuff. Because my family eats very healthy anyway. So those things we kind of already know, or I already know. But making sure that you're eating certain quantities is what's important. Like this morning, I had oatmeal, blueberries, and tea. Not very much different than what I would normally have. Our family has a set schedule with what we eat every day. Mondays we have Indian food. Tuesdays we have spaghetti or Italian food. Wednesdays we have chili, which is my night to cook tonight. So anyhow, Thursdays we have Mexican food. My youngest son does like a vegetarian burrito. Fridays are our night that we do pizza night. And then Saturday, Sunday, we can either do leftovers, because usually there's a lot left over by then. So not very difficult as to our schedule or our eating schedule to change any of those things. It's just kind of making sure, as she said, to make sure that you don't have too many carbs, because with diabetes, the carbs kind of translate into something. My brain just trailed off, and it affects your diabetes, or it spikes your levels one way or another. Only thing I didn't like was she held up her hand with this little orange. I was trying to see, probably maybe this size orange, and she said that that was like a serving of orange, and like, this is what I'm supposed to have. We eat so much fruit in this house, even before juicing. We spend probably $100 a week on just fruit. So that little bit of an orange is like unreal to me. That would probably be half of an orange at our house. But she's saying how the sugar, the natural sugars in it, affect your blood sugar levels and spike it one way or another, makes you feel up or down. So trying to keep things balanced. So I'm kind of looking forward to the class, which is coming up on Thursday, just to kind of figure out what you're supposed to do. I don't know what to do with that. But anyhow, also with us being vegetarian, we eat a lot of beans, a lot of beans for protein. And she said to make sure that I'm paying attention to the carbs that come with the beans. You know, if you're going to have beans for dinner, make sure that you don't have toast for breakfast. Make sure you have something that has less carbs. So it's like 45 carbs per meal a day, 1,500 calorie diet. Make sure that I'm snacking in between my breakfast and lunch, because normally now I eat breakfast and then I eat dinner. It just seems like my day goes by really quick, so I don't have time to get all those other things, those other meals in there. Which she said turns it into starvation mode. Your body's not sure when you're going to feed it again, so it holds on to every calorie. Which is probably a big problem. I know I should eat during the daytime, but normally I don't. And that's probably why I was feeling so bad before I found out I had diabetes. I'm calling my girlfriend. It's like, hey, Mons, I'm feeling like I'm going to pass out. I feel like I'm dying from the inside. I'm feeling sluggish. I can't even take a shower without, if the water was too hot, I was like, oh my gosh, screaming, babe, come get me, I'm sick, the whole nine. So now I seem to be back on track. My body feels better. I promised her that I would exercise for at least 3 days a week, which didn't seem much, because she said to do like 15 minutes a day. Okay, I can do that. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. I got up this morning, got ready, put my little walking pants on, getting ready to actually go in a few minutes, put my little music in and get going. So I'm going to walk for 15 minutes or more. I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to overdo it, because then I don't want to do it again. So, and don't be jonesing on my little hat either. I have my hair twisted underneath here for you guys who are here for hair. My hair is in flat twist all the way around, and I'm going to a Naturals Night Out event on Thursday, so I need some deep twist going on there. So that's what the hat is about. So anyhow, that's about it. Don't forget to comment if you have any questions. Go ahead, hit me up down below, or you can send me an email, or you can catch me on Facebook. At Showing My Roots is our link on Facebook. So that's about it. And like and subscribe. That's about it. Talk to you soon.